These days, shopping for a leaf blower is tougher than ever. It used to be that you could just go to your local dealership and buy whatever brand they sold there, or if you were dedicated to a certain brand like Husqvarna, Echo, Stihl, Red Max, that's where you would start. And you would go there and you would pick out a leaf blower. But now, even that's a little bit tougher because all of these major brands offer, of course, the gas powered handheld leaf blower, gas powered backpack leaf blowers, and a majority of them now offer battery powered handheld leaf blowers. Some of them are also either offering now or in the near future will be offering battery powered backpack leaf blowers. So, right now, the three main choices are battery powered handheld, gas powered handheld, and gas powered backpack. So these are the three models here that we're going to be using. The Husqvarna 320IB battery powered handheld leaf blower, an Echo PB255LN gas powered handheld leaf blower, and the Husqvarna 560 BTS gas powered backpack leaf blower. These are all our leaf blowers. We just grabbed them because they're the most convenient ones to get a hold of when we were going out to do this test. As you can see, as it goes on, the rain and the sleet kept picking up more and more, so we were kind of in a hurry to get this done. But at any rate, here's the specs for all three leaf blowers. This is right off of the manufacturer's websites or out of their literature, and these are the ones we're going to be using in the videos you're going to see right now. So this is the battery-powered leaf blower, a battery-powered leaf blower. This is the Husqvarna 320IB. There we are on high. And here we are on turbo. So again, that was the Husqvarna 320IB battery-powered leaf blower. So that was the Echo PB255LN.
So that was that was a Husqvarna 560 BTS. This is my favorite leaf blower here. Backpack or not, I prefer this one over any of the other ones I've used. Good combination of power, speed, and price. So, but you see the big difference there between battery powered, gas handheld, and gas backpack. You want to get the job done quick, this is the way to go.
So let's start out by talking about the gas-powered handheld leaf blowers. This is the most common type of leaf blower out there. This is the one that's been around for decades. The generations before us, this is what they used. So this is what we think of when we think of a leaf blower. And there are a lot of benefits to the gas-powered handheld leaf blowers. So let's take a look at that now. Of course, the biggest thing is the price. For about $150 or right around there, you can get a nice handheld gas-powered leaf blower from one of the major brands like Stihl, Husqvarna, Echo, Redmax, Shindwa, and it's going to last you a while. They come with a pretty decent warranty. They're pretty well built. They, withstand a beating, and they're going to last you. That's the biggest thing. So it's not a bad deal when you look at it from a price standpoint there. Another thing is, it's a little bit easier to use than the backpack leaf blower because it doesn't weigh near as much. If it's somebody older or, somebody that just has back problems or for whatever reason just can't use a backpack leaf blower, this is a nice, easy to use machine here. Another thing is the parts are usually pretty readily available and pretty cheap because there's so many of these out there. The 125B from Husqvarna, there is so many of those out there because of all the years they made them. Same way with the Echo models and the Stihl models. The dealers realize, hey, we sold a lot of these, so we should keep a lot of parts in stock for them because we've sold so many of them. People are eventually going to need parts for them. So that's always a good thing. You also have the variations on some of these handheld gas-powered leaf blowers that you can use them as what they call a shred and vac. And you can get ones that have the tube that'll suck the leaves up out of a flower bed or something like that and shoot them into a bag you carry on your shoulder. And then you can also convert it back into just a regular old leaf blower. So that's something that people like. They like that ability to just clean their leaves out of their flower bed without making a big mess. And another thing that made these really popular was the addition of a gutter kit. And if you're unfamiliar with what a gutter kit is, it's an extension tube that most of these manufacturers have made that goes on their leaf blowers, on these handheld leaf blowers. And it's a pipe extension with an elbow at the top. And it kind of looks like a big candy cane. And as you can probably imagine, this goes up and goes into your rain spout. And it blows everything out of your rain gutters. And that was something that people really caught on to, and they really liked that. And through the years, power equipment dealers sold a lot of those. They were a great addition to a gas-powered handheld leaf blower. So those are some of the main reasons why people turn to the gas-powered handheld leaf blowers. There's plenty of benefits to one. It's better than raking, right? So if that's your other option, is going out there and raking the leaves, this is definitely an upgrade over that. So now we'll move on to the battery-powered handheld leaf blowers. These are slowly replacing a lot of the gas-powered handheld leaf blowers out there, and for good reason. These leaf blowers, they're cheaper than a backpack, and if you break it down, they're also a bit cheaper than a decent gas-powered handheld unit. Take a look at them sometime when you get in there. If you can buy one of these Ego LB 5302 leaf blower kits with a battery, a charger, and a leaf blower for $199, and you're getting that battery, and that's like paying for your gas, and a Husqvarna or an Echo or a Stihl is going to cost you $150. That's a pretty good deal. Gotta look at things that way. But at any rate, the big thing with the battery-powered leaf blowers are they're just so easy to use. You just grab a hold of them, squeeze the trigger, push a button, whatever. There's no screwing around with priming it and playing with the choke and all that kind of stuff. Just grab it and go. Real simple. So it makes it easy for anybody to use it. Kids, elderly people, handicapped people, the list goes on and on. it's a big benefit to having a battery-powered equipment. They're also quieter. There's no exhaust fumes. There's no hot exhaust. And that's big when you're dealing with a leaf blower. Why? Because you got nothing but dried up leaves all around you. So you don't have something with a hot engine or hot exhaust that you're going to sit down or it's going to get leaves in it or something and end up possibly catching on fire. Big benefit there. Of course, no spark plugs, no filters. That means no air filters, no fuel filters, nothing like that. No gas. So you don't have to buy gas for it. You also don't have to buy the oil to mix with the gas to make the thing run. So that means no extra gas can, because you're not going to have the regular gas for your lawnmower and then the 50-to-1 mixed gas and oil for your 2-cycle leaf blower. So that's a big savings there. They have a bit more power than the gas-powered handheld leaf blowers. You know, that 530 Ego model right there, that's 530 CFM you can get out of that. There's not any gas-powered units around handheld that are putting out that kind of air volume right now. Yeah, those gas ones might have a little bit more miles per hour, but this is going to pack more of a punch because it's got a pretty good combined rate of miles per hour and airflow. So it's going to do a really good job for you. They're also lightweight because, you know, you don't have the extra weight from the engine or anything like that. They're pretty simple. It's just an electric motor in there, a control board, and your battery. That's the main stuff, and then a few wires. So not a whole lot of weight to them. The majority of the weight is in the battery, and that would really depend on what size battery you're going to run in this stuff as to how heavy they are. They're easy to store because you don't have the gas. You can hang them upside down. You can, put them wherever you want to. You're not going to have those oily smells or gas fumes or anything like that. That also makes them easy to transport. You can throw them in the front of the car, in the trunk, or wherever, and you don't have to worry about spilling gas or anything like that, or some kind of a greasy mess from them afterwards. They're easier to repair because you have such limited amount of parts in there. There's not so many moving parts in these things. Like we said, it's basically electric motor with the fan hooked right to it, some kind of a control board, and your switches. That's it. You don't have piston, connecting rod, crankshaft, and bearings on all those things, and spark plugs and filters and ignition coils and all that stuff. It's real simple, real basic. You can also use these indoors. Yeah, you can use this for cleaning out your garage, blowing the dust out of the garage. Let's say you wash your car. It looks like it's going to start to rain. You pull it in the garage, blow it off with a leaf blower, and then put your wax on inside. Detailers have started using these things more and more for that reason. You could use this too. If you're one of those guys that likes to get your fire going, smoke some meat, or do some cooking over a fire, these are a great thing to add to that. The low setting there, get you a nice little breeze to get your flames picking up. Plenty of uses for these things that you just don't think of because they're so versatile and you can use them so many other places that you couldn't use a gas model before. Now, here's where the big advantages come into. If you have a power inverter in your work truck or any of your vehicles or anything like that, you can recharge these batteries for free. You can't just put a gas can in your vehicle and have it magically fill up for free to power your handheld gas-powered leaf blower or any other equipment you own that's gas-powered. That is a huge benefit right there. You could also charge these batteries up by solar if you wanted to. There's a lot of ways that you can recharge these batteries for free. So you can put more fuel in these for no extra cost, which is something you will never be able to do with that gas-powered stuff. And the other big advantage is the whole battery system. If you have all Ego equipment or all Husqvarna equipment, and you've got that leaf blower, you got that string trimmer, you got the chainsaw, maybe you've even got one of the walk behind or push mowers from them, or Echo, or whoever. You've got the complete power equipment group there. You put this whole kit together yourself. So now it's not like before where, you know what, I'm going to mix up 5 gallons of 50-to-1 at one time because I'm going to use my leaf blower and I might use my chainsaw, and I'm going to try to use it all, within 2 weeks before it goes bad and I have to just get rid of it, or it's not running right in my equipment. This here, you got a battery charged up, You go out there and you use it for a few minutes, and that's it. You don't have to worry about that charge in the battery going bad or causing damage, to a carburetor or varnishing up your engine, because there is none of that stuff in one of these battery powered pieces of equipment. You charge up a battery and you use it in your chainsaw, make 2 or 3 cuts. You don't even have to put it back on the charger. Wait, 2 or 3 weeks and throw it in your leaf blower or your string trimmer or something, because it's still got a charge and it's going to go out there and it's going to run fine. So there is a huge, huge upside to battery powered equipment. That is why this stuff is becoming so popular and catching on so quick. Another thing is, we talk about the main outdoor power equipment companies that are making this battery powered stuff, the battery powered leaf blowers. But there's also other companies out there like DeWalt, Milwaukee, that they've got leaf blowers that you can use the batteries from your cordless impact, your cordless drill, your cordless sawzall, and all that stuff. So if you're cleaning up at a job site or something, that battery powered leaf blower is going to be a handy little thing to have to blow some sawdust off of a driveway or off of a sidewalk or something like that. You can't go wrong with one of them. They're just so easy to grab it and just go out there and use it, and it's convenient. So this is why you're seeing more battery-powered leaf blowers popping up and more brands of battery-powered leaf blower. Let's not forget that it's not just the outdoor power equipment industry that's making these battery-powered leaf blowers. There's also companies like DeWalt and Milwaukee and other companies like that made cordless tools for years, that they've started making them that you could use your batteries from your cordless drill, cordless sawzall, cordless impact, and things like that for one of these cordless leaf blowers, one of these battery-powered leaf blowers. All right, moving on to the gas-powered backpack leaf blowers. What's the benefit to a gas-powered backpack leaf blower? Plain and simple, just good old-fashioned power. Now, one thing you need to understand about gas-powered backpack leaf blowers is there have been some companies that have built these lower-end ones over the past couple of years that have less power than a handheld gas-powered leaf blower. They build them for just the convenience of being able to put it on your back, and it's less tiring to use one of them. If you're going to buy a backpack leaf blower, that is one reason to buy one. But power is the main reason, so you want to make sure you're not just going in there and buying the cheapest backpack leaf blower you can find. You want to check the numbers on these things. The whole reason they were designed was to just make the job go faster, to move a whole lot of stuff in a real short amount of time. Landscapers love these. Commercial guys, that's their main piece of equipment right there in the fall. You've got to have one of these in your trailer. It's as important as a mower to them. You're just not going to make any time. You're not going to make any money on a job without one of these. Plain and simple. So you want to look for a leaf blower that has a fairly high CFM rating. The higher the CFM rating, the better it's going to do for you, because CFM stands for cubic feet per minute. That's the amount of air coming out of that tube. Yeah, everybody's been tricked into thinking miles per hour is where it's at, but not really. If you look at some of these handheld leaf blowers, they'll have these just ridiculously high mile per hour ratings, saying that the air coming out of that tube is moving at 200 miles an hour, 250 miles an hour, and stuff like that. But where you get fooled at is it's such a small amount of air coming out of that tube that it's not doing any good. If you're getting 2 to 3 times the amount of air coming out of a backpack leaf blower, and it's moving at 150 miles an hour, not 200 miles an hour, it still doesn't matter, because it's a lot of air hitting something at 150 miles an hour or 175 miles an hour. So it's going to push it pretty good. A good way to explain this is, let's say it snowed and you need to move this snow, and you've got a lawn tractor with a snow plow on it. You're going to go out there and you're going to push that snow. That's your high mile per hour, your gas powered handheld unit right there. Quick and easy to use, right? But let's say you're going to move the same snow with a state dump truck with a V plow on the front. That's what it's like hitting a pile of leaves with a good commercial grade backpack leaf blower with a high CFM rating. That is the difference there. That is the easiest way to explain it or describe it. So you want to make sure that when you go shopping for a backpack leaf blower, you're not just going in and buying the cheapest thing there, because chances are it's not going to work for you any better than that handheld job would. And you could just buy the handheld leaf blower for less money. Plain and simple. So make sure that you actually talk to somebody at a dealership. Make sure you're not going to get fooled just by the looks of one of these backpack leaf blowers. But again, the power is the main reason why people buy one of these. If you've got a lot of leaves to clean up, this is what you want. You want a nice, good, heavy-duty, commercial-grade backpack leaf blower, or entry-level commercial, something like that, high-end residential. You don't want the cheapest thing out there because it's not going to do the job for you, like we just said. But we hear a lot of people say, I need a leaf blower. I'm not buying one of them backpacks because I'm not going into business for myself cleaning up lawns. Okay, well, if you buy a home, you're going to be living there for a while. If you've got a bunch of leaves to clean up, this isn't just 1 year you're going to have to clean up leaves, then you're never going to have to clean them up again. It's not like with snow where you might get snowfall 10 times a year where you live, or you might get once or never, and then the next year you get 2 or 3, stuff like that. The leaves are going to just keep falling and falling every year. It's going to be the same mess every year for the most part. And if you go in there saying, I'm not buying one of them because it's going to cost me $350 for a backpack, I can buy this handheld for $150, you're going to wear that handheld leaf blower out twice as fast as you will the backpack, if not even faster, because you're just going to be using it so much. You're just going to end up burning it up. So, it's worth the investment to buy a backpack leaf blower. Ask some lawn care guys. They take these things out and their crews just beat the crap out of them, and they take a licking and they keep on working fine because that's who it's made for. But you can go in there as a regular homeowner and you can buy a nice, decent one. It's like I say, entry level, commercial grade for just over $300. So it's worth the money in the long run. Another thing nice about the backpack leaf blowers, if you have a decent one, is you can also use it for snow removal. If you've just got to do some sidewalks real quick, or your porch or your driveway, or your car, and you have maybe an inch of snow on there, maybe 2 inches, and it's a pretty nice light snow, not real wet and heavy, take one of these backpacks out there and it'll make short work of that. And you don't have to worry about shooting into your neighbor's yard or anything like that. They work real great for that kind of stuff. Once you own a backpack leaf blower, you'll find so many uses for that thing you would have never thought of before. I know that because I've experienced that personally. But you saw in the video there, you saw the difference between the gas-powered backpack leaf blower, the gas-powered handheld leaf blower, and the battery-powered handheld leaf blower. If you can put any kind of value on your time, or you just have other stuff that you'd rather be doing than out there blowing leaves, then a nice, high CFM rated gas-powered backpack leaf blower is the ticket for you, because it's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to just cut through those piles. And I don't know if you can see it there in the video. If you go back and look, not only were we blowing the leaves with this thing, but you can also clean up the sticks and debris and stuff like that, no problem. So it's going to do a better job for you. If you see some of our videos we have of the Husqvarna 580 BTS, where we're using it, we're blowing around these push mower boxes, and we got chunks of wood flying all through the yard because we're cleaning up after we cut down a tree. It's impressive power from one of these. You're not getting that from a handheld like we keep saying, but again, if you want to get the job done faster and you want to get back to doing what you want to do, a nice backpack leaf blower is definitely the answer, and that is the big reason why they make them and the big reasons why to buy them. So hopefully this helps you out a little bit if you're searching for a new leaf blower. Gives you an idea of some of the benefits of the gas-powered handheld, the battery-powered handheld, and the gas-powered backpack leaf blowers. Like I said before, if you're raking your leaves, any one of these is going to be a good upgrade for you. It's going to help out a lot. But, there's a lot of misleading information out there. There's a lot of misleading brands out there. And like we said with the backpacks, you're going to see backpack leaf blowers that aren't even as strong as some of the handheld leaf blowers. So always make sure, as we always say, go to a legitimate, authorized dealer, talk to them. Whether you're going to buy that brand or buy another brand, go talk to somebody at a dealership that has the experience. If you can find somebody that's actually used the equipment, even better. They can give you firsthand knowledge of what's good, what's bad, and things like that. And whatever you do, Don't just buy a leaf blower or any piece of equipment based on the price tag. Buy what is going to work for your job that you have to do. This is why it's always better to go talk to somebody at a dealership and have them help you figure out what you're going to need to do the job effectively, efficiently, and get a piece of equipment that's made to do the job and going to last you. Yeah, you can go and you can buy one of those cheap Remington handheld leaf blowers for 79 bucks somewhere. You're going to use it for one season and end up throwing it away. Maybe two if you're lucky. Maybe 2.5 if you can work on it yourself. They're just not made to last. I've seen Craftsman brand leaf blowers that were bought, and within a week they were taken back to the place where they bought them from, and they were given credit back for them because they were already low on compression, and the people were actually running good 50-to-1 fuel in them. That's how cheap those things are made. You're getting what you pay for. So buy a good brand. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, you got to buy Echo. Yeah, you got to buy Husqvarna. Yeah, you got to buy Stihl specifically. But buy one of those brands. Husqvarna, Echo, Shindawa, Red Max. They've all got good reputations. That's what the commercial guys are using. So, if they're building products for the commercial guys who are relying on those products to make a living, then they build pretty decent products. So it's going to be a safe bet that if you buy one of them, you're probably going to have pretty good luck with it. So that's something there to consider and think about. Don't just go buying some generic brand just because it has a cheap price tag. The battery-powered stuff, don't be afraid of it. It is here to stay. This isn't some fad. This isn't just some gimmick. You're going to see more and more of this coming, and it's going to be coming real soon. But I will say, as far as the battery-powered equipment, Ego is the place to start. If you're looking to switch over to battery powered, start by checking out some Ego Power products because they've been voted #1 battery powered platform for the past 5 years in a row, and that's happened for a reason. Battery powered products are what they do. That is what they know, and they do it well. They're not a gas powered company that is trying to make battery powered equipment or having somebody else make the equipment and put their name on it like a few other companies are. So I would start with the Ego, and after that, I would probably say Husqvarna would be the next one. They build some pretty good battery-powered stuff. They brought in some pretty good electronics people from some of the big brand companies to build this stuff for them. They've got sealed brushless motors in their stuff, so it holds up pretty well. But again, Ego, the homeowner line of stuff, the residential line is great stuff. We've used a good bit of that and not had a single problem with that. You don't get many complaints at all about the Ego stuff. Really, you don't. So, all right, enough about the Ego power equipment. Again, this video was just to kind of show you how the 3 different types of leaf blowers work and give you an idea what the difference is between all 3 of them. And all those leaf blowers that we used in this video, they were all ours. We have some other ones too and some other brands, but we grabbed those 3 because they were the closest ones to the door. You can see the job they did, and you see for yourself there what they're capable of. So we hope this helps you if you're not too familiar with leaf blowers or you're only familiar with the gas-powered handheld ones. Now you know a little bit more what's out there, and you can take your time and shop around, do your research, and look into what's going to do best for you. And we hope we were able to help you here narrow some of that down a little bit. And if you like what you saw, if you learned something, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we're always putting out new material, and go back through some of our old stuff, and check it out and see us using some of these products and whatnot. I think that's going to wrap up this video here, and keep checking back like we said, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thanks for watching.